Friends, in this video I'm going to give you a brief introduction about what Bayes' theorem is. Bayes' theorem is named on the mathematician's name John Bayes. What he did, he produced the formula, or we can say invented the formula for finding the probability in reverse order, like finding the reverse probability. He found out the way. So I'll explain it to you. What does it mean exactly? For example, if there is a village, let us say there is a village in which there are 4 different houses. For example, this is first house, this is second house, and this is third house, and this is fourth house. And also, as we all know, in villages we can see well, right? There is a well in the village from which they get water. So there are a few things like we have to notice before applying Bayes' theorem for a particular question, if it is based on Bayes' theorem or not, or it will be solved using Bayes' theorem or not. And the thing is, there should be disjoint sets, like 4 different houses are disjoint sets, and there should be a common event, like a common thing which is shared among the disjoint sets, like there is a common well which is from which the villagers get water, right? And then we can easily find the probability of in reverse order, which may be asked in this fashion, like what is the probability that the water taken from the well is taken from the first house, right? Or if I ask probability, reverse probability, how we apply reverse probability, what is the probability that the first house has taken the water from the well? Water has been taken from the well and the water is taken from the first house. So what is the probability that the water has been taken from the first house and the water has been taken from the well? So this first house, second house, third house, fourth house can be taken as the events, disjoint events, like E1, E2, E3 and E4. These are 4 disjoint events which we can take. An individual probability also we can determine, right? Like 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, isn't it? Find a probability of the first house out of 4 is 1/4, right? Similarly for the other 3, 1/4. Now this is the common associated event. Water taken from the well is the common event which is being shared among the 4 houses. Water taken from the well. This is a common event which is done by all the 4 houses. Obviously, the basic principle behind this Bayes' theorem is also conditional probability. John Bayes used this conditional probability for finding out this formula, and for using the process of finding the reverse probability, he used conditional probability theorem, which is already explained in NCERT before this Bayes' theorem. So here what we have to do is we must know how to read the notations first, like probability of A given E1 means what, probability of A given E2 means what, likewise what is this, and what if we are asked to find this, right? So this can be read as what is the probability that some water has been taken from the well under the given condition that the water has been taken by the first house. Again, what is the probability that the water is taken from the well under the given condition that the water has been taken from the second house, from the third house, from the fourth house? And in the question, these 4 informations, or if there are 3 disjoint sets, 3 informations might be given to us with respect to the question. We don't know how the question is, but we know that in an equation we must have only one unknown and the rest of the variables are known to us. So with respect to the Bayes theorem formula, we will be given these values, and probability of A is probability of the associated event. Here this can be calculated using theorem of total probability. Theorem of total probability. This I'll explain when I will explain any problem to you. But before solving any problem, I wanted to give a brief introduction about this Bayes theorem so that you will have some clarity over the problem. And the most important thing, when we are asked to find the probability of some event, that will be written in this fashion. Probability of E, let us say if I is given, probability of, because we don't know about which house they are talking about. So if they're saying what is the probability that the fourth house has taken the water from the well, then that time we will be writing here probability of E4 given A, right? Given A means this information is already there with us, like some water has been taken from the well, and even is the water taken is by the first house. So in the question the statement would be, find the probability that the water has been taken from the first house under the given condition, or having the fact known that some water has been taken from the well, calculate its probability that the water has been taken by the first house. In that scenario, the formula would be probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 upon probability of A. Here probability of A is a compact notation. Here it will be expanded as probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 plus probability of E2 into probability of A given E2 plus till probability of E4 into probability of A given E4. Till here it will be expanded, like probability of A is the compact notation, but actually it is having this expansion, and thus it is called probability of A is the notation for theorem of total probability. So like that we will be solving the problem. In next video I will show the application of Bayes theorem so that you will have clear understanding. Thank you.